I was down, but I'm always gonna get back up. I'm a range, but I know I'm gonna get that truck. Done losing, I'm about to get that win.
Hello. We're opening up this vlog getting a Pepsi because I got a little taste, okay? I got a little taste for an ice cold Pepsi after a hard day of work, all right? I work hard in these streets to keep the kibbles in the bowl. Ask Baby the cat, period. So I have been feeling a lot of things lately. I've been feeling the world around me, and like I've been comparing it to this one meme, and maybe if I can find it I'll show it to you, but maybe you've seen it already. But in reference to anxiety, right? Sometimes, try to get my Pepsi from the top of the refrigerator. Sometimes there'll be this meme where you'll see a person like writing like maybe they're just trying to ignore this big giant anxiety monster that is like looming over them, right? I keep talking about this meme in reference to racism and the way that I've been experiencing it a lot more lately, the way that I have been around people who are experiencing it more than usual, or just like in the current situation that we're in the States anyway, and thinking about the way that it is affecting so many people. And sometimes when I'm going through these experiences, I will turn to the books and the people that I know went through it first before me, before my time. And sometimes they know what to say. With that being said, I found this Langston Hughes poem that I want to read to you. It comes out of this book of poems that I just happen to have of Langston Hughes. I read it every once in a while, so I keep it in my room. But the poem, although it's in this book, I didn't mark it, but I do have it in my phone because I was sharing it with a friend recently. It's called One Way Ticket. I pick up my life and take it with me, and I put it down in Chicago, Detroit, Buffalo, Scranton. Any place that is north and east and not Dixie. I pick up my life and I take it on the train to Los Angeles, Bakersfield, Seattle, Oakland, Salt Lake, any place that is north and west and not south. I'm fed up with Jim Crow laws, people who are cruel and afraid, who lynch and run, who are scared of me and me of them. I pick up my life and take it with me on a one-way ticket, gone up north, gone out west, gone. It's very, very simple. But I read it and I was like, yo, this is very timely, because if you would have watched my vlog maybe 2 or 3 vlogs ago, you'll know that I was like racially profiled in a hotel that I was staying at on a work trip, and I didn't enjoy that. But yeah, my brother Langston Hughes, he always knows what to say. Go figure. Speaking of books, I thought I would show you the books that I picked up recently that I did not take with me on my trip to North Carolina, so I couldn't show you then. But I got Once Upon a Broken Heart. I am scared to read the back, but just kind of glancing at the back, it is another book about magic and love and all the things that I really, really enjoy. So I can't wait to see what this is about and get into it. I don't like reading the back because I feel like sometimes you ruin it. The Wedding Date, another book that I picked up. This one I feel like will be a nice short like palette cleanser. This was on my list as a recommendation. Somebody recommended the author to me. Her name is Jasmine Gilroy. I don't know. I can't read. I don't know how to read, but I'm reading these books. But somebody said that her books are like really, really good and that I would like them. And so I remember I took a picture of the book and I saved it and added it to my Amazon list, and then eventually I got it. So we'll see, and I'm hoping it will be like a good like palette cleanser when I'm ready. And then I have Powerless, which Powerless is a part of like a couple of books series. I want to say there's 3 or 4 books to this series, but I only bought the one to see if I'm into it. But yeah, another one with magic and love and all the things, I think. Exciting. If you know, you know. I said that like I love books. I love reading. I love audiobooks. And I really do want to get like a Kindle reader or something like that, because I had bought an iPad thinking, okay, if I get an iPad, I can multitask, like I can read books on it, but I could also do other stuff. But I don't like the screen on the iPad when it comes to reading. Even when I tried to like turn the saturation down and all the tricks and tips, I just didn't like it. But when I was in the store one time, I was like playing around with a reader, like a Kindle reader, and I just thought it was amazing the way that the screen looks like a book page. And so I know I gotta get one. They're only like $150, but that's $150. Anyway, love physical books too. They kind of feel like trophies when I knock them down, but we will see. I wanted to just have some on deck, even if I'm not reading them right away, because sometimes I get like, I don't know, inspired to pick up a book, but then I don't have one around, and then I gotta order one, and it's a whole thing. So I just want to like start keeping just a couple things around. I don't want to get into hoarding. Like, not saying that the girlies are hoarding books, like that's not the accusation I'm making, you know what I mean? However, I know if I start getting 10 and 12 and 14 books at a time, that will be hoarding for me. That will be hoarding for me, because the life I live and what I do for work and stuff like that, there's no freaking way I'm reading 20 books in a week. I'm just not. So anyway, that's my book haul. You want to see what I wore to work today? I like my little outfit. Let's see if I can show you. There we go. I got this shirt thrifted not that long ago actually, but I really like that it's got like this hard kind of wiring inside of it that makes it so it kind of moves a little bit. And you know peplum is back, so it's kind of peplum and fun and pink. And then I just have these like shorts that are more for the office, because I worked in the office today. She's cute. So the main reason I'm having my little cup of caffeine in the form of a Pepsi at 5:30 in the afternoon is because my house is a mess. My house is a mess. My life is a mess. This kitchen is a mess. And I want to clean. And sometimes it actually makes it like more committable when I do it with you. It's the truth. And so we're gonna do that, and I think a little later we'll kind of troubleshoot this spaghetti situation I have going on, and we'll just hang out. It's fine. I finally got this kitchen together, which is making me feel really good, actually. Hot. I'm very hot. I'm like sweating. You know, it's been a scorcher here in Philly for the last couple of weeks, actually. It like sometimes will rain at night, but it's just generally hot as hell. Anyway, while I was cleaning, and actually while I was getting ready for work this morning, I was listening to the Clips album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, the new album, and Pusha T and Malice, you know. Okay, so good. I just finished it, and so like I feel good enough that I can speak about it. Mind you, first of all, I'm not a rap girly, okay? You know, there's a difference between like hip-hop music and then there's like rap. Personally, I would say that this was a rap album, okay? Wasn't no like songs that you're gonna be really throwing it back. You know, I don't think you're gonna be throwing it back to too much of the music. However, it was smart. Like the music itself was smart. The lyrics were smart. They were kind of deep at times. Like they talked a lot about losing their parents. From what I gathered just by listening, and I could be wrong, but it sounds like they lost both of their parents in a short amount of time. But they talked a lot about like having a present father and like what that meant to them. I don't mean to say it like that. I know like there are black present fathers. There are. I just don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. But they were talking about how their father was around and present in their lives and what that meant to them. And I guess now that they're grown and have their own families and stuff like that, they can look back and be like, damn, like that was the times we had were valuable. So Pharrell was singing his ass off too throughout the album. I know that Pharrell and Pusha T are like BFFs, and Pharrell was like on a lot of the tracks. They did a track with Tyler the Creator, and I love Tyler. I've been holding it down for Tyler for a really, really long time. There were some songs in there though, like even though you wouldn't necessarily be throwing it back, there were some songs in there that I was like, oh, this might make it to a playlist of mine. Like I listen to hip hop mostly only when I'm like cleaning or when I'm driving in my car because I'm a thug. And so I think maybe two of the songs that I heard, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to identify them though. Let me see. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to identify them. But there were two songs that I heard that I'm gonna have to figure out what they were. But when I heard them, I was like, oh, I like this. I like this. They also did a track with Nas, which was really good too. And Nas ate as usual. But yeah, this was like a solid piece of work. I hope that they like get something, some sort of award or whatever, but I know they didn't make it for those reasons, but solid piece of work in my humble opinion. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, I made spaghetti the day before yesterday. Yesterday I got influenced to eat out, but I want to eat the rest of the spaghetti, but I didn't quite make it right. Which is like, how can you fuck up spaghetti? I don't know, but I think it's really just because I never usually use meat in my spaghetti. Okay, so like, if you know, you know, I was a pescatarian for like 8 years at one point. And then I met someone and he got me to fall off the wagon, but that's not him, that's my fault, right? And then I started eating like chicken and fish. Chicken and turkey, sorry. And then I ended up like having some kind of like issues where my doctor was like, I think you should like eat meat. You should eat more meat. You know what I mean? And so then after that, the floodgates kind of opened, and then I've been eating like beef and stuff, right? So anyway, I made this sauce, and I just thought that like, because the sauce itself is usually flavorful when I have it just vegetarian style, that it would be fine to put the meat in there. And like I cooked some ground beef or whatever, and I'll just put it in there, and I kept it moving. But one, the sauce, I love sauce, okay? The sauce ratio was off, one. And then two, it just tasted really, really plain. So I was like, let me just like not throw it away, you know what I mean? But hook it up. So that's what I'm about to do right now.
Take you through the city, take you through the night. Girl, you look so pretty under all these city lights. This is when we walk around, I can see it in their eyes. Yeah, they always look so jealous of a pretty, pretty life. Wanna wake up beside you, yeah, see your skin through the sheets. I ain't got a place to be, baby, you the one for me. Yeah, yeah, staring at the ceiling for a couple hours. Yeah, I don't mind, I don't care for love unless it's ours. No need to try, cause I keep cooking up at home. You keep bringing up the volume. It's only us, but it's all you. I don't give a fuck, they can solve their own shit. Let them know.
I'm getting popped as soon as I turn the camera on. I got popped by hot water. Now, I was gonna say, now that I've like added some more seasoning, I thought we could try it and also see if the meat is warm yet. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Much better. But I keep getting popped by the water. What? I'm backing up off the stove. Anyway, while I'm over here getting burned, I've been listening to this book from the Libby app. I was like, at one point I was like 1016 in line for this book. It's an Emily Henry book, which I've never read anything from Emily Henry. I just know that she's really popular, and it's called Great Big Beautiful Life, not to be confused with The Big Beautiful Bill. Anyway, not funny, fuck that guy. Okay, anyway, I'm not sure, like I've only been listening to it for the last half hour. Like I have a half an hour done. Like I started it last night and I just started listening to it some more, but already I'm kind of like, is this gonna be the book for me? Because like I've seen this trope before. Basically it's like this reporter, writer person, either she works for a magazine or a newspaper, it's not clear to me yet, but she like wants to land the opportunity to interview some like older lady, big shot person, and that person has to decide if they want her to do it or somebody else to do it to capture her story. And it's just reminding me of the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, because that was the story over there, that it was like through interviewing this lady we go through her life and the different things in her life, and then we end up finding out that they're like connected somehow. You know, and I'm like, this book has been written already, not trying to be funny, but like I've seen this trope and I'm hoping that it's not going in the same direction. I'm gonna listen to it though, because for me to be 1,016 on the line, I had to wait weeks for my turn. I want to see what it's giving, but I'll let you know if I end up stopping.
No. What are they the captains of? Uncle Ralph is the captain of the bowling team, and Cecil is the captain of this restaurant. She muses. Each has his own seat of power, but Cecil's carries a bit more weight here, understandably. Well, next time you see him, thank him for me, I say. She nods once. Will do. Now, are you eating too tonight or just swimming? She tips her chin toward the gargantuan bowl of violently unnatural blue, and I burst out laughing. What's even in this? I ask. Everything, she says, plus some Coca-Cola. I take a tiny sip through the neon pink straw, and it feels like I just inhaled sugar, then poured gasoline down my throat, but in a fun way.
Go dumb, diddy dum dum. Twiddly your thumbs so you see I'm from.